The hardest part of this transition is in changing people's behavior. We've built a legacy of transaction processing capability for identity governance that's predicated and dependent upon humans to make decisions. Building an infrastructure and an architecture that doesn't require humans to make decisions is well within our realm of possibilities, and we have options in terms of products and capabilities that enable us to do that. What's a lot more difficult is not the redesigning of the workflows. What's more difficult is changing human behavior with less dependence on humans to make decisions. So an example of that is in a transaction processing, record-keeping function satisfying the needs of auditors, we have identity administrators. And these are people that are making decisions on access management throughout the life cycle of user needs. Now, in that model, the administrator plays a critical role by being the human in the loop to make the decision. Yes, grant access. No, don't grant access. So in that approach, we've got a dependency that goes away in the new model. In the new model, that human doesn't have to make the decision. So the administrator becomes the analyst and potentially the architect. The analyst looks at the transaction flow and makes adjustments to the threshold trigger. And those adjustments can be smaller and smaller over time to optimize that workflow. So the skill level required of the administrator goes up a couple of notches to be that of an analyst and eventually an architect. That transformation should be driven by a leader that gives the talent the choice of what skills they wish to learn. And once they commit to the skills that they wish to learn, then the leader creates development activities and opportunities from them to learn those skills. And many people make the transition from administrator to analyst to architect. And having a foundation in data science is an enabling capability for that transformation. But each individual has to decide to reconcile that in their own terms. And so they should choose what it is they want to learn. The leader becomes the enabler of education, giving them an opportunity to learn what they choose they wish to learn, and ultimately enabling them to go through that transformation and demonstrate a higher skill. It increases their marketability as a professional, increases their job satisfaction because they're doing higher level work. That's inevitable in the transformation from identity governance to identity security. And if you're interested in that, this is the Routh Report. Stay with us.